Beneath the scorching sun of 3100 BC, the Nile's floodwaters recede to reveal two distinct crowns, the white hedjet of Upper Egypt and the red deshret of Lower Egypt, lying shattered in the mud near Nekhen's sacred enclosure. Along the Nile's First Cataract, Nubian archers from Ta-Seti watch war canoes bearing falcon standards glide northward, their obsidian arrowheads glinting in the dawn light. In the delta marshes, fishermen of Lower Egypt mend papyrus nets while whispering of the. A young Narmer, son of Scorpion, trains with a pear-shaped mace in the courtyard of Thinis, his muscles straining against the weapon's diorite weight. Priestesses at Buto temple weave the red crown's reeds into intricate patterns, chanting hymns to the cobra goddess Hedjet as protection against southern invaders. Under the Scorpion King's rule, 50 oared ships transport Nubian gold upriver to fund the army's copper-tipped spears in 3150 BC. Narmer's artisans carve the first serekh, a palace facade topped by the Horus falcon, into a siltstone palette, declaring divine kingship over both lands. At Naqada's burial grounds, sacrificed retainers lie beside their master, their bones arranged facing the fertile black land they fought to control. Delta farmers flee as Narmer's forces torch fields of emmer wheat, creating smoke signals visible from Memphis to the Mediterranean coast. During the inundation of 3110 BC, war elephants trample lotus blossoms near Sais, their tusks bound with leather straps by Lower Egyptian mahouts. In Abydos, royal brewers ferment barley into 300 jars of hedjet beer, their froth overflowing like the Nile's life-bringing flood. Narmer's strategists study star charts in mudbrick observatories, timing their campaign to coincide with Sirius's heliacal rising. At the Battle of the Two Fishes, crocodiles drag wounded warriors beneath the Nile's surface as bronze axes clash on reed boats. A sandstorm engulfs Scorpion's army near Abydos, blinding his archers as southern winds carry whispers of Set's desert fury. Narmer dons the white crown before the shrine of Nekhen, the vulture goddess, her obsidian eyes reflecting his battle plans. In Buto's temple archives, scribes record 1,200 cattle seized from southern raiders on limestone ostraka with reed pens. During the Festival of the Tail, Narmer ritually dons a leopard pelt, symbolizing his claim to unite the two lands' priesthoods. Lower Egyptian potters imprint Nile clay with the papyrus symbol, their kilns glowing like miniature suns against the twilight. Narmer's goldsmiths hammer electrum into the first pschent crowned serpent, its scales fusing red and white gold. Scorpion's widow, Queen Neithahotep, brokers a truce using her delta lineage, offering 40 ships laden with lapis lazuli. On the Narmer Palette, the king's mace smashes the skull of a northern chieftain while Hather's bovine face watches approvingly. Fishermen near Canopus drag nets heavy with 500 tilapia, unaware their catch feeds the army besieging Iunu's walls. During the siege of Dep, southern sappers tunnel beneath mudbrick ramparts, their bronze chisels echoing in the earth. At the decisive Battle of the Delta in 3100 BC, Narmer's war dogs tear through linen armor as flaming arrows ignite papyrus forts. Captured northern nobles kneel before Narmer, their foreheads pressed to reed mats soaked with Nile water and blood. In Memphis's newly founded white walls, architects lay limestone foundations precisely aligned with Orion's belt. Scribes mix soot and gum to ink the first royal titulary. Goldsmiths fuse the crowns into the pschent, its W-ray as serpents symbolizing Hedjet and Nekhen's protection. Narmer orders the sacrifice of 14 captured chieftains at the Nile's bank, their blood mingling with the fertile silt. At his Heb-Sed festival, Narmer runs the ritual course carrying flail and crook, his sandals pounding the earth like a drum. Stonecutters quarry 300 tons of Aswan granite for the first royal obelisk, its shadow measuring the unified kingdom's breadth. Queen Neithahotep weaves a ceremonial robe with intertwined lotus and papyrus, her looms click counting the piece. In temple workshops, artists sculpt the first double-crowned sphinx from Nubian sandstone, its paws resting on northern and southern symbols. tax collectors sail the Nile in papyrus skiffs, gathering grain from Dendera to Bubastis into royal silos. Narmer's decree establishes the Para, the Great House, as the kingdom's administrative heart in a neb hedge. Astronomers chart Sirius's rise against Abu Simbel's cliffs, synchronizing the calendar across 800 kilometers of river. At Abydos, royal potters fire 700 vessels for Narmer's funerary cult, each painted with the unified kingdom's map. The king's herald proclaims the new law. Stonemasons carve the first depiction of Hapi, the Nile god, binding papyrus and lotus stems around the Sima Tawi symbol. In the delta, children play with clay figurines of Narmer subduing the northern marsh dwellers, their laughter echoing in date groves. Royal surveyors stretch knotted ropes across fields, dividing the black land into 42 nomes under the pharaoh's gaze. At the festival of Opet, priests carry almond's bark past crowds scattering petals where armies once clashed. Scorpion's grandson inherits the bowlands, swearing fealty with Nubian gold dust sprinkled on the throne steps. In death, Narmer's tomb at el-Kab holds 60 ivory labels recording. Queen Mernith rules as regent, her stele depicting her wearing the uraeus while offering incense to Min. Hor-Aha, Narmer's successor, launches 30 ships against Nubian rebels, their oars beating the river like a war drum. At the First Dynasty's height, 20,000 laborers haul limestone blocks for Djoser's step pyramid, their songs unifying upper and lower dialects. The Palermo stone chronicles 5 pharaohs' reigns, its black basalt etched with flood levels and temple donations. In sun-baked courtyards, scribes teach the new hieroglyph for. At Edfu's temple, priests reenact Horus's victory over Set, their ritual combat mirroring Narmer's conquest. Goldsmiths place the pschent on Ramesses II's granite statue, its double crown enduring longer than the stone. In the Book of the Dead, Anubis weighs hearts against Mat's feather before kings who trace lineage to Narmer. The Rosetta Stone's ancient text still proclaims Ptolemy V's divinity through Narmer's unbroken titulary tradition. Fishermen at Alexandria cast nets where Delta rebels once drowned, hauling silver-bellied mullet to feed priests. At Philae's sanctuary, pilgrims from Meroe offer ivory to Isis, honoring the goddess who bound the two lands. In twilight, the Sphinx gazes eastward where Narmer's fortress once stood, its paws resting on unified soil.